There we go. Should be working now. Welcome to the Tuesday Top 10 show at the Collective. This is episode 39, highlighting the best new comics you should be picking up for the week of April 2nd and 3rd, 2024. Good brain. Remember to log into your Comic Hub account on April 5th to pre-order your comics. This is done under the last call for confirmed orders FOC and shop coming soon sections. All available items should be visible after 5 p.m. that day. Those orders are due by Saturday, 4/6 at midnight to guarantee your copy of any open order, cover, or single issue. If you see any incentive cover that you would like, send your request via the hub. You can also send it to the store via email or call 407-637-2843 or 321-295-7091. And that second number is a cell phone, so you can send us a text as well. Don't forget to follow the store on social media, Discord server. Links are at Collective CCG. Reminder, Tuesday nights are now Star Wars game nights, so come out and watch or try out a game of Star Wars Shatterpoint. Depending on attendance, it's not happening tonight, but check it back in next week. That's with Jabin and Jack. Or come out and play casual Star Wars Unlimited TCG in 2-player or Twin Suns multiplayer format. With that out of the way, let's get into some news information. Hopefully this browser doesn't crash on me. All right, DC is re-releasing some classic Elseworlds books. Elseworlds Superman, Volume 2, Batman, Volume 3. These look like collections of Elseworlds titles, so these are pretty cool. These have been out of print for a very long time. Some classic stories. Have Superman stories by J.H. Williams, John Byrne, Alan Davis, J.M. DeMatteis. Batman by Bob Layton, Graham Nolan, Tom Grummett, Vincent Guarino. Fabian Nicieza, Kevin Maguire, Chuck Dixon, Doug Monk, Kelly Jones, P. Craig Russell. Some good books in here. Keep an eye out on the FOC for these. These should be coming out. They should be on FOC in July for release in September. Also have some news from Marvel. We got to celebrate Scotty Young's big impact on Marvel Comics with 27 new variant covers. Let's take a look at those real quick. Where's the preview? No. Not there. There we go. All right. So we got a poster. That's a great poster. I definitely want to pick that up. We have Amazing Spider-Man 51. We got Amazing Spider-Man 52, Avengers number 15, Black Widow and Hawkeye number 4, Captain America number 10, Captain Marvel number 9, Carnage number 8, technical difficulties. Reload that. Sorry, y'all. It's just as a browser is not cooperating. Well, that reloads. We'll go on to the next one. Gail Simone is bringing back a British horror comic called Misty. Tula Lotay cover on this, coming out on this one. This was revealed at WonderCon this week. This is going to be a good indie book. Not a release not announced yet for the U.S. Specific date, but it is coming out in August. Should be an interesting read. I don't know what's happening with this tab. Where's my Scotty Young news? Just reload it. Let's see if we can get through the last of these without it breaking. It's going to be that kind of night, it looks like. Yep, we missed one. All right. Back to this. Daredevil number 10. Doctor Strange number 16. Fantastic Four number 21. Ghost Rider Final Vengeance number 4. Incredible Hulk number 13. Immortal Thor number 12. Iron Man number 19. Jackpot and Black Cat number 4. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21. Midnight Suns Blood Hunt number 2. Scarlet Witch number 1. Spider-Gwen the Ghost Spider number 3. Spider-Boy number 8. Thanos Annual number 1. Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 6. Venom number 34. Wolverine Blood Hunt number 1. X-Men number 35. That's also the final issue of that series before the X-Men relaunch this summer. And X-Men 97 number 4. All right, one more. Yeah, X-Men Blood Hunt Jubilee number 1. All right. Some great covers. I'll have news for you next week if they'll be available as a set if you order all of them. I'll check with Javen on that and get back to you. Probably going to be something you can FOC all of them, though, and get all of them. I know there's a lot of you out there that are on the All Scotty list, so I imagine that there'll be a lot of books in your file if that's you. What was that? Covered that. All right, this week I want to highlight some things that are in the previews that's out this week. Some things that are going to be coming up on FOC in a couple of weeks. These are releasing in June. So these will be on FOC throughout April. This is Lawful number 1 by Greg Pak and Diego Galindo. I like the cover. I like the art. I like to spotlight these indies. Some great books coming out outside of the big two. Make sure to check these out. Look for them on FOC. This looks like it's a little bit of a sci-fi story, maybe in the vein of Saga a little bit. This one, you might have checked out the ash can that was floating around the store that came in as a preview. This is by Jerry Duggan and Jerry Brown. This is called Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. This is a samurai meets Western story. The art in it is fantastic. Definitely will want to check this one out. Again, keep an eye out for this one. We got a Jamie McKelvey book, One for Sorrow. The Plague Doctor on the cover. It looks like it's set during the plague days in the 1900s in London. It's writer and artist Jamie McKelvey. We have a new series from Skyward. An Image. No, Distillery. Why does it say Skyward? Oh, the team from Skyward. My bad. Okay. This is Joe Henderson and Lee Garbett on the Big Burn number 1. Again, coming out in July, so on FOC soon. The new Berserker miniseries, Berserker, A Face Full of Bullets, number 1. Coming out in June. And before we get into the 10 for the week, I wanted to highlight a few things that I'm reading this week. This is Birds of Prey number 8 by Kelly Thompson and David Lopez, and Jordi Belair, Clayton Cowles on colors or letters, Jordi Belair on colors. This book continues to be great. This is a very unusual team for the Birds of Prey title. They're off-world. It's got Big Barda on it. It got Batwoman on it. It's a great book. You should be checking this one out. The first trade, 1 through 6, I believe, or 1 through 5, should be out very soon if it hasn't already been on order. So keep an eye out for that if you missed these. Another one you should look out for when the trade comes out. This should be 2 trades for the total run because it ends at issue 11. This is Traveling to Mars. This is a guy with terminal cancer who volunteers to go on a solo trip to Mars to terraform the planet. It's a fantastic indie story. Keeps himself company with his guitar, playing some music. It's a good story. And for you classic 80s Marvel fans, this is Power Pack Into the Storm number 4. Again, the trade should be coming out once number 6 hits. This is the original creative team of Louise Jones Simonson and June Brigman. They created the series in the 80s. They're coming back to this for a miniseries. I believe this is a 6-issue miniseries. It's a great read. And before I have any further technical difficulties with this browser, I'm going to get rid of it. All right. Another look at the Birds of Prey. Number 8, a variant cover, Traveling to Mars. Number 11, Power Pack Into the Storm. Things I'm reading this week. All right. So we'll jump into the top 10. First, we have Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2, number 1. This is by Cullen Bunn, with art by Baldemar Rivas, colors by Andrew Dalhouse, and letters by Joanna Guzman. This is a Freddie Williams and Andrew Dalhouse main cover. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Volume 2, Number 1. Got Rita Repulsa on the cover. Got some Godzilla. Looks like he's fixing to mess up some Power Rangers right there. That's a good cover. I like that. All right. We have the variant cover by Alex Sanchez and Matt Helms, featuring the Green Ranger. Number 9, we have TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures, the April Special, number 1, by Eric Burnham and Sarah Meyer, and the main cover by Sarah Meyer, and the variant cover by Chris Jones. Right. Number 8, this is a great crime noir series, gangster fiction set in New York. It's a Torpedo 1972, number 2. This is by Enrique Sanchez Abuli and Eduardo Risso, with the main cover by Eduardo Risso. We have a variant cover by David Messina. That's very great. That's a fantastic cover. I'll be picking that one up. And we have a Goodfellas homage cover by Fritz Casas. That's Torpedo 1972, number 2. Number 7 is The Last Mermaid, number 2. This series is by David Kirk Kim on story and art, and the cover is also by David Kirk Kim. It's about a mermaid on a burned out Earth, all the desert, and walks around in a mech suit that's filled with water to keep them alive. The Last Mermaid, number 2, definitely a great read. All right. Perennial entry on this list is Poison Ivy. This is issue 21. This is continued to be by G. Willow Wilson and Marcia Takara. This is definitely one of DC's best books they've been putting out for nearly 2 years now. This was originally planned to be a 6-issue mini that got expanded to 12, then 18, and then made ongoing because it continues to sell that well, because it's fantastic. And if you're not reading it, you are definitely missing out. 21 issues in, you probably want to pick up a couple trades. Definitely worth getting. Colors by Arif Prianto. We have a Jessica Fong main cover. We have a David Nakayama variant. There is also an incentive that has no logo as a Virgin variant for this cover. I think it's a 1 in 25. No, that's the 1 in 50, actually. And then we have the Babs Tar. That's a very, very cool cover. Poison Ivy, number 21. Next up, this one has quite a few covers. This is the new Deadpool series. Deadpool number 1, written by Cody Ziegler, with art by Roge Antonio and colors by Guru EFX. We have a Taran Clark main cover. We have a very shiny In-Hyuk Lee foil cover. I like this new camera angle, and the light definitely helps these foil covers show up better. All right. This is an $8.99 foil cover, In-Hyuk Lee. We have a Jan Bazaldua sword. I don't know what that bear did, but must have done something wrong, or Deadpool's wrong. Could be. It is Deadpool. We have a Javier Garron Deadpool as a vampire cover. We have a 90s throwback Miguel Mercado giant cable gun Deadpool. That's cool. I like that. We have a Pete Woods cover featuring the Micronauts. We have what would a Deadpool series be without a Rob Liefeld cover? We've got a Rob Liefeld cover. Very nice. And we have a Saturday morning cartoon variant by Sean Galloway. That's Deadpool #1, in at number 5 this week. And number 4, going back to the good old indies quality, we have Hack Slash Kill Your Idols. Number 1, this is Cassie versus classic Image characters like Silverhawk. Looks like Patriot is on there. This is written by Tim Seeley with art by Stefano Caselli and Daniel Lester. Colors by K. Michael Russell. Letters by Crank. We have a main cover by Tim Seeley. We have a Steve Kurth Image Classics cover featuring the classic 90s Image characters. That's the only covers for that. And now the top 3 are all the new launches from Ghost Machine by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank and various creators. This is Geiger Volume 3, number 1. Again, art by Gary Frank on this one. Colors by Brad Anderson. Letters by Rob Lay. Johnny, you were right. The top 3 were these books. I was not going to spoil it. You guessed right, but I wasn't going to spoil it. All right. We got a Gary Frank and Brad Anderson main cover and a connecting cover by Ivan Heiss. Rook Exodus, number 1 by Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok. Colors by Brad Anderson. Letters by Rob Lee. The main cover right here by Jason Fabok. And the Ivan Heiss connecting cover. And Red Coat number 1 in it, the number 1 spot this week. I don't know what the stamp book is right now. I'll have to check with the store to find out. I did not ask. This is by Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. Colors by Brad Anderson. Letters by Rob Lee. Cover by Brian Hitch. And then the Ivan Heiss connecting cover. And that is all I have for you this week. We will be back next week with a slight spoiler. All 10 books are indies next week. That one's for you, Terry. I know you like that one. Johnny, you're a big fan of indies too. Have a great one, everyone. See you next week.